Welcome to the Love Them Knives channel. What do we got here? CH. This is their new logo for 2017. CH brand knives made in China. And this is a knife that I've had several requests from viewers for me to put on my channel. This is a CH knife that's a little unusual. No thumb studs, no flipper tab back here, but there is a flipper tab here. It's a front flipper. It's the CH 189. Now, it says ZDP 189. That's also in the description of this knife. And this is a little unusual for CH knives because most of all their knives are unique designs that they have created. Original designs. But this takes after the Michael Zieba knife. His G2 knife. So, yeah, it looks a lot like it. Same dimensions too. 3.5-inch blade, 8 inches overall. And this kind of pattern. And I'll put the link to Michael Zieba's site. It'll show the knife, although they're sold out, and he does not have any for sale. I don't know if you can find some online or in the secondary market and stuff for sale. I think they're around $500 some dollars. So, one question here is the ZDP 189. Is this ZDP 189 steel on the blade? Well, best I could tell is that there seem to be a couple of comments on the Chinese sites from people who received this knife that they clarified with the dealer that it was D2. Now, I have a email into the owner of CH Knives, but I'm doubting if this is ZDP 189 steel. I'm thinking that this is probably D2. Because he uses D2 in a lot of his knives. And I don't know. I mean, this is going to be a heart attack. Because, yeah, you can do it. This is not comfortable for me to flip in that manner. It's easier for me to just do it with my thumb, rolling it over like this. I mean, the way I'm doing it, or even helping myself with this, what I've found myself doing is rolling it that far and finishing it off that way. Here's the thing, I end up getting my finger, when I'm right-handed like this, I end up putting my finger on this lock bar, which is not a good idea if you're going to try and flip it. So really left-handed, I'm better off. Go figure on that. And the pocket clip, I don't know if that's really a milled pocket clip. In fact, let me get it almost seems like it'd be steel. No, I guess it's titanium. Okay, wow. Yeah, this is all titanium except for the hardware. But yeah, that pocket clip, does that look funky to you? I guess it's a milled pocket clip. It's just awful thin in the middle there. So I was wondering, is that stamped or is that steel but no, it's not magnetic, whatever it is. This is one of those kind of green ones. They make them different colors. Let me throw that at you. See, okay, so electrocardiogram. Yes, you want your EKG knife? I mean, if you look at Michael Zieba's site, obviously this is a cityscape. So it's not... If you have an EKG that looks like this, I think you need to call 911. Just saying. And I'm not even a doctor. I just play one on the LTK channel. Jeez. Oh my God. Electrocardiogram, really? Okay, ZDP, so they call it the CH 189, ZDP 189, blah, blah, blah. Yes, ceramic bearings, and it does flip well, okay? They ain't giving them away. They're $75. Well, what I paid was $75. I've seen them up to $80 and maybe just a tad over. And it kind of gives you an idea of, it looks like I got the green one, not the yellow, and not the purple. So they come in different And I think they just came in just a dark kind of brown thing at one time. You can find them online. But I got mine, you know, the greenish thing, which I'm not sure it really shows to its best advantage under these lighting conditions. But there's your lockup. About 20, 25%. No blade play. No lock rock. It's good that way. It's a slender, long, you know, blade. And just check this out, because I was playing with it the other day. Yeah. It'll get them cutting chores done. Yeah. Yeah, it's not bad. It's pretty sharp right out of the box. Like that. Yeah, not bad. Whew. It's all right. Good working edge. It's a fine blade, you know. It's thin. So this is like, you know, you could use it as a melon knife or, you know, some real fine cutting tasks. Another tree gone. But yeah, so it's got a nice fine edge on it. This one in particular, not a whole lot of material out here. So it could be pretty stabby if it wanted to, but just don't use it as a pry bar. It will not be good for that. Got jimping up here, stonewash blade. It's kind of funny, it doesn't say CH, it doesn't have their logo on it, just on the box. Maybe they just didn't want to junk it up a bunch. And that's fine, when they don't billboard it a bunch, it's all right with me. I'm fine with that. So you got hardware here and the pivot. That's it, folks. Ceramic bearings, and it is nice. Let's see if I can do this. I damn near threw it across the room the other day when I was doing this. See, I'm better off left-handing it. Isn't that crazy? Yeah, like that. Or really, like that. So, yeah, it's convenient. It's a one-hander. I mean, you can open and close it one-handed. It's just, what are your techniques? I guess if you got longer fingers than I do, you can reach all the way around. You know, this reminds me of that Kaiser Wakula. Brandon, you can look that up. But, you know, on that one, the flipper is back here, not up here. It's on the back side of this. And when you do that, oh man, that thing fires right out. This one is a little different setup, which is the Michael Zieba setup, which I'm not as fond of, actually, as the Wakula. But this is a slender, long profile knife, even though it's not a real huge knife and it's not a very heavy knife, so it would be a nice discreet carry. Check the blade out. I think it's around 3.5. Yeah, it is. It's around 3.5. I mean, it just depends on where you land. About 3.5 overall. Right at 8, just a skosh over. So around between 20 and 20.5 centimeters. And probably around, well, 90 millimeters. Not real heavy blade stock. Pretty light on that too. Maybe 3 at the most. Yeah, about 3 millimeters. At 0.121, so about 1/8 of an inch. Yeah, 3 millimeters. How fat is it? Not terribly. A little over 10 millimeters, 0.41 of an inch. So it's fairly slender. It's 3.5 and it's a little over 8. So it's not a tiny knife by any sense of the word. But what do you think it weighs? I'm going to guess maybe 4 ounces max. Let's see. Ooh, wow, I was way off. Way off. 3. Whew, 2.9, under 3 ounces, 82 grams. Wow, it is light. It's real light. Well, it's light. It's not a real heavy blade stock here. Let's try this one more time. This is stupid. There you go. So I did it. That's as much as I'm going to did it. I'm going to did it with my right hand more because that's easier for me just to handle it like that. But it's a one-hander. What do you think? ZDP189, titanium frame lock flipper, probably D2 steel until you prove to me that it says ZDP189, but I really don't think so. Although the price is 75 to 80 bucks, that's kind of in line with most of the other CH knives that are either D2 or S35 VN. So, yeah. Centered perfectly though. No lock rock, no blade play, ceramic bearings. But it's unusual for him to copy somebody else's design like that. So, and I don't know what he was intending to do, how he came up with this idea of doing this particular model. But yeah, this is one of the absolute few. I mean, I guess the only other one I can think of is the CH 3500, where it's the Matsuda. They call it Matsuda, and it looks like Kiko Matsuda, the Japanese knife maker. He usually does all fixed blade knives, but he did a folding knife, and they called it the Subaru. And so that 3500 CH knife looks like the Matsuda Subaru. That and this are the only two knives that resemble in any way anybody else's knife design. So it's kind of unusual. But it's a cool knife. It's a light knife, yet it's still got a long blade. And doesn't mark up because it's stone washed. Ceramic bearings, it's very light. Very light. I guess it's something you can play with. You can get better at doing this than I am. I understand. I'm not the grandmaster of doing this. Not at all. If I'm going to do a front flipper, I'm probably going back to the Wakula. I'm just telling you. I'm probably going back to the Wakula, the Kaiser. But this is lighter, slender, thinner. So really good, light, slender, easy pocket carry. And you know, a lot of the CH knives are not that way. The 3001 and the 3002 are fairly slender, light knives. And so this kind of goes with them in that regard. All right, I'm going to let you go. I just thought somebody's got to get this out of their system. And it had to be me, because I had to get my hands on at least one of these just to kind of see what it was like. I wasn't expecting it to be this light. But I wasn't looking forward to the front flipper thing, because no, I mean, the only Zieba knife I've had is the double tap, which I did a review on, and I love it. It's great. It's a Fort Henry custom knife exclusive, but I mean, it's a beautiful knife. Beautiful knife. But this one, no. Would I pay $500 for the Zieba? No, because I don't want to pay $500 for a front flipper knife like this. Sorry, just don't. This was 75 bucks. That's enough. But if you like front flippers, it might be something to consider. And it's light, slender, great slicing knife. So what do you think? And you can always open it like that. Several different ways to open it. Fun knife. Take care. I'm going to let you go. You know what we do around here? We love them knives, so stay sharp.